I was reading in Acts today about the Apostle Paul and his appearance in Athens. Paul was there meeting with the intelligentsia and leadership of Athens, which of course was the cultural and intellectual capital of the world. They of course were curious about this God and this Jesus that Paul kept talking about, but they were somewhat antagonistic because they had their own set of gods and who they also worshipped, built buildings for, and everything else. So there was the basis for some antagonism, our God versus your God kind of thing, you know. And so Paul, in addressing them, started off by finding good things to say about them. He said, I can see that you are a religious people. Look at what you've done, building these buildings and God. But he said, then he went on to explain a little bit about his faith and his background. Well, what's interesting to me in this whole thing was he didn't convert the whole crowd. Most of them went away, not at all convinced in what he said. They weren't angry at him. He was good enough to let people know that while he may believe in something they don't believe in, they didn't take that against him personally, but they didn't believe in what he said. But what was interesting to me and what was really significant was that two people in that crowd did listen and did believe. And because those two people in Athens, Greece, listened and believed, they through their own position slowly influenced others. And so the whole process of the church's development continued to grow. And the message there for me was pretty clear. Number one, be positive. You know, people may disagree with me, people may not like what I say, and at least they listen to me, you know, and I give them credit for that. They aren't closed-minded, they're open-minded and willing to at least listen. And I want to always remember that and stress that in my own approach to them. But the second thing is that of all the people that have listened to my blogs over the years, 30-some have subscribed to the blog. Well, that's not very many, you might say, but that's 30-some who have listened and want to know more. And you know, that to me is very significant, because who knows over time, by those 30 people talking to their friends, maybe spreading the word, hey, this guy is, you know, makes some sense, you ought to give him a listen, whatever that is, maybe this blog will spread. Now, that's God's will, not mine. It really is. God asked me to do this, and I'm doing it. What he does with it and where it goes from here, that's his business. I'm not responsible for results. I'm just responsible for actions, and I'm taking the action I think he wants me to take. But you know, I shouldn't be discouraged. I should be encouraged, just like Paul was. So I guess that's my message today on our spiritual journey. You know, we really don't know what the long-term outcomes of things are going to be. Nobody gave me a guarantee in life. They don't give any of us a guarantee. We don't know what's going to happen today, the rest of the day, or tomorrow. We just don't know. All I know is that I have to do the best I can do every day, every hour, every minute, and one day at a time. And if I start that day out by making a decision to turn my will and my life over to the care of God as I understand God, and asking him for his direction, I'm going to be okay. And just have trust and have faith that I'm on the right journey. So that's my message for today. Paul was a very powerful guy. I mean, if we didn't have letters that Paul wrote in the Bible, there wouldn't be much in the Bible. But he had a tremendous influence over early Christianity. He was the one that spread the word all over the world, the known world at that time. You know, he's a very influential guy. And you can see his approach. His approach is not to be combative and argumentative, but to be firm in his faith, strong in his faith, but not to put other people down or to denigrate them, but instead to love them and point out and find the good in them, just like my dad always did. So that's about it for today. I hope this finds you well, and have a great day. Love you all. Bye.